thigh, stare at his shoulder, stare at his knees, stare at his feet, but don't stare at his eyes. Good. Now, we're going to go ahead and give him a little bump on the nose to let him know that we're going to tell him something, and then we're going to look at his tail like we got water in our right ear. Give him a little bump on the nose, tip your head like you got water in your ear, and look at his tail. Yep, 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 yep. Excellent boy. Good boy. Honestly, if I was looking for a quitting place, I would quit on that. If I was looking for a quitting place, then that was a perfect ending of the game. Maybe something else, but I would end that game.
Kirsten, why don't you look him in the eye?
What's that?
Why don't you look him in the eye?
It's too much pressure. We got to remember that we're predators.
Ah.
So the more you deflect your eye contact, the better it is for them, especially when we're trying to give them the impression that they've done the right thing. Because if they've done the right thing, the last thing they need is us, staring them down. Good boy. Good boy.
What do you think are some things that we can do, like me and Octavio and others can do with him during the week to help, his rehab? Just lunging only with the head down, or anything else? Any faster than walking?
Is he allowed to do anything faster than walking? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it right now. I can introduce it to him in a trot.
Yeah.
And then this way all you have to do is tell him to trot. Now, we'll have to change, my cues as far as walk is one kiss, trot is two kisses. So this way he doesn't get confused, because this way when you raise your hand and kiss twice, he's just going to pick up the trot. He's not going to be like, I don't know what all that noise is. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and teach that to him. Back. 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 Good. Good.
Barbara, you want to come sit and watch?
Want to sit in a chair for a minute? Okay.
So he doesn't know my kiss cue.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to teach it to him. Good. So see, he already wants to do the head down. Good. 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 Head down. One kiss encourages him to not break. Head down. Head down. Head down. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Head down. Head down. Good boy. Good boy. Head down. Good. Good boy. Good boy. So what's happening is he's got some stifle stuff going on. So he's hopping a little bit. Good boy. And this is a lot harder for him with his head down.
Okay.
But that's good. It's just he's showing us his weaknesses. Head down. Good. Good. Head down. Head down. I'm only nagging at him because he's willing to break. Because he's hopping a little bit. Head down. Head down. Head down. Head down. Head down. You got this. Good. Good. Head down. Head down. Good. Good. Head down. So when he breaks, you gotta tell him up into the trot the same way as you would initially. Good boy. So I'm gonna release him because he tried so hard just now.
Yep. Okay.
So again, you can't get greedy. So that was hard for him. If you watch how his hind legs were really even stumbled at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So we also, not only can we not get greedy, we have to also be respectful of his condition.
Yeah.
So I would have done that, and I'll give him a little break. Let his muscles quit screaming at him. And then you do the other direction. Let his muscles in a different bend. Okay? Then give another break. Maybe only let him walk. Maybe walk him on a straight line for a little bit. So all these things that you can do to start building, but I certainly wouldn't bring him out here and say, I'm going to lunge this horse at a trot with his head down for 10 minutes.
No.
I know
Yeah.
you wouldn't. I'm just saying, you don't want to even have that mentality of, I'm going to demand more of him than he physically can do.
So right now, do you think you could at least walk him in the other direction and see how he does? Because you've only gone the one direction so far.
Oh, I did the other direction earlier, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I can get him going.
The more I watch, the better. That's all.
Yeah. you try to tell him to go out on the circle and he's not responding, make sure you remember, did I tell him to go? Did I tell him to do something with his feet? Because often people forget to tell him to go and it's not the horse's fault that he didn't go. So, head down, head down, head down, head down, head down. Good, 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 good. So I'm going to raise his hands forward to tell him to trot. So the head down is up. The change gait is forward. So tell him to go forward, give him a different kiss cue. Nag until he goes, and then I'm going to leave him alone. One kiss is to say don't break. Good, good. And always still remind him that he's doing it right. Good, head down, good. When he offers to put his head down, we want to make sure he hears the word good so he knows he's doing it right. See how out of condition he is?
Yeah.
Good, good, good boy. I'm going to release him out of that
Yeah.
because he's really struggling.
Yeah. But that was probably good for him, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
to have that little
But
short
I would
run.
literally do that, and if you see that he's kind of stumbling and really having a hard time picking up his hind feet, he just has no muscle control in the back at all right now. So I'm sure his stifles hurt. I'm sure even just his hips hurt. So we want to make sure that we don't, that could potentially make him sore for later. Just what we just did.
Isn't that amazing?
Good boy.
He looks happy.
That's funny. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything else with him today. No. I mean, if you wanted to take him out and walk him and graze him and something like that. I mean, you weren't planning on riding him or anything, right? Okay. Yeah, so
I
wouldn't do any more of that.
I think the vet said you could ride him at a walk.
Oh, she did say we could ride.
Yeah. But, obviously not today, but yeah.
Yeah, I would even say sitting on him would be a little more pressure on his legs than he needs now.
Yeah.
Because we just did that. He was just having a really hard time, so it'd be nice to watch how he strengthens. But that body position is going to help him strengthen really fast compared to just letting him aimlessly run at the end of the line.
Well, that's why I wanted you to teach it, because Noni had suggested using the Pessoa system, but like you said, that's like a mechanical. It forces them into that frame
and it
versus.
doesn't give them the option to stretch themselves back out. Like,
Yeah.
please, mercy.
Hey, I did it. I used that on my horse, and he became almost lame in the hock from it. So I said no more.
It's a fixed position.
Yeah.
That if their body's not used, this gives him the option to say, please, this is not good for me.
Yeah.
Or this is hurting me. You fall out of the position, and then if you feel like he's falling out of the position a lot, you can say, can you just try one more time, and then we'll quit. And you always, you develop your trust by saying, just give me one more effort, and I promise you we'll be done.
Yeah.
And always keep your promises.
Okay. Cool.
He's a good boy. He's definitely looking a lot better.
He is. He's looking better. He's had a few Actually, he just got massaged yesterday, and then the chiropractor's seen him twice. So.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, this work will sometimes pop him back out, so I don't know how often, just because if he's been locked in a different position for a long time, it's not going to be much to pop him right back into that position, because that's the muscle memory, or that's the bone memory,
Yeah.
But usually by the third time, the chiropractor can keep him, no matter what you do with him.
I don't know when she's coming again. Have you talked to her?
Coming on, I want to say it's the 14th, but I'll look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably every 2 weeks, I suppose she's coming. For now, right?
14th, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't,
If he has to go crazy with a lot of visits, but I would say by the third visit, she should find the same things out.
And then she said she wouldn't come as often.
Yeah, like every 6 months.
Yeah, I think that's what she said.
Yeah. And I like Donna, so she wouldn't be like, oh no, I need to come every 3 weeks. And
Yeah.
you know how some regular chiropractors do that.
Yes, I'm regularly going.
They try to get you to come back as often as you're willing to pay $60.
Yep.
He's staying in May, right?
Well, it's up to you. I mean,
Out or in?
Tango's still out. If he's gonna be in, I'll bring her in. But it's not. It's up to you, really. It's not that bad of a day, but if you think he's better in the stall, I mean, what do you think, Kirsten?
Oh, I think it'd be better if he actually went out.
Yeah.
'Cause then if
Let's
he is
turn them
gonna
out then.
get sick,
Tango's still out there. I mean, they have shelter. They have everything they need out there. So
You put the fly thing on
I usually put the fly mask and we can give him a quick spray again.
Here's his regular halter. So are you?
Oh yeah, we're gonna switch the
magically
halter.
moving? Kid, you're fired.